Hello, I am Laurie of Your Life Core, and you are listening to Messages from the Universe. Here I deliver information from the mastery realms related to astrology, planetary influences, energy surges, and generally how we are evolving. I connect with angels, guides, ascended masters, astral beings, and those that come forward with messages to help us on our journey. Welcome, everyone. Hello, I am Laurie, and thank you for listening. The universe conspires to create this magical series of events that propel us forward on our soul evolution. This journey we are on now on Earth, and this includes the people we meet during our journey, the activities that we do, the events, all our experiences. And you've probably heard me talk about agreements and contracts and the roles that we play in our lives, as well as the roles that we are cast in or the roles that we play for other people's lives. This universe will never put someone before you that you were not meant to meet. Even at the worst moments, the people surrounding you are meant to be there. The experiences that we have are with purpose. The order of how things happen, timing, outcomes, repeat events, sometimes it seems so very complex, yet so very simple all at the same moment. A number of years ago, I think it was back in about 2018, I came across an article that was written by Gerald Sinclair. And the theory is that though there are many different types and kinds of people in this world, within reason, most can be summed up within just 7 categories, if you think about it from a cosmic level. And as I mentioned, every interaction is with purpose. We exchange energy, and I call them codes and keys. And when we meet somebody that we haven't met for years, a reconnection, we're exchanging codes and keys, energetic codes and keys that we maybe weren't ready for when we met them the first time. We're all meant to obtain something or give something with each connection that we have or that we come across. Or in my words, the roles we've volunteered to play or the universe has chosen us to play roles for others. There's purpose. How you meet that person may not be who they are, but for you, that is exactly who they are. This universe will never put anyone before you that you're not meant to meet, even at the worst times. The people and the things that are surrounding you are meant to be there. And this theory includes the advice to embrace the good and the bad and know that you're not ever going to be thrown into something that you can't handle or something that doesn't have a purpose. I want to stress, not every interaction is meant for us to learn something. This environment, this energy exchange that we do might be to have somebody else learn something or experience something. I also believe that the universe gives us what we need and when we need it and for a purpose. And that purpose might be to help other people. And it might not always be our purpose. An example might be, let's say you need to have an emergency surgery. You might not have that emergency surgery because you need to have the experience, but maybe the surgeon or the nurse or another patient, or maybe a family member needs to experience something that's related to you having that surgery. Everything is orchestrated. And I remember when I first read that list of 7 kinds of people, I had a reaction. I said, wow, silly humans trying to condense our diversity and our magnificence into just 7 things. Simple because it's easier to remember things in 7s versus a list of 50 or 100. Why 7? We have this lifetime on Earth to interact with the potential of billions of people, and how we greet, meet, and embrace them as fellow humans will certainly be based on what we have going on at that time in our life. Those experiences are going to be based on what we experience through our filters and what the universe is sending us to experience at that time. But there is some merit to this categoric description of kinds of people. And I want to talk about that today. I want to peel back and I want to put my spin on them. It's part of our cycle of life and the ages we go through. Playmates we meet at the age of 3 may be different and certainly will be different than the play peeps we meet when we're 40 years old. Teachers will certainly be different at those ages, but also will be based on what we have learned and what we have left to learn, and what is relevant to us right now. What are we ready for? And what is the universe ready to deliver to us? And if we're playing a role for somebody else, are they ready for us to interact with them? It's all based on our maturity, our intuition, our visions, our dreams. We are healing, helping, or clearing. What can we be troubled with? And what might we choose to just ignore because we're too tired or too busy or just don't care? And that would be maybe a missed opportunity or a missed relationship that passes us by because we don't see it. 7 kinds of people generalizes the millions of opportunities we have all during our lifetimes to see and experience other people. What are those other humans doing? And why are they in my life now? I'm curious. Why am I in their life now? What energetic stuff are we exchanging that goes far beyond what our human minds can sometimes comprehend? And my points today are just be curious. Acknowledge those connections and those people that you meet. Ponder the question, why are they in my life, or why am I in their life? Number 1 is the heartbreaker, and that's described as the people who come into our lives and really make us feel on top of the world. They build us up, prop us up, perhaps make promises, and then often when it feels without warning or reason, throw us off the edge of a building. They break us in more ways than we ever thought possible. Maybe breaking us in our minds, our hearts, our beliefs, our relationships, but in doing that, they teach us a very hard lesson. That lesson is different for everyone, and each heartbreaker we face might have something new in store. If this is the case, we'll meet many heartbreakers in our lifetimes. While we shouldn't assume people breaking our hearts is all right, those individuals that might come into our life and rescue us or show us shiny things just don't pop up for no reason. There's purpose, there's value, there's learning, there's growth, and of course, there's lessons. You might wish you had never met them. However, they will, in the long run, teach you a very valuable lesson or lessons throughout this pain. Don't obsess over it, but don't forget to learn about this situation or this person. I know personally some of the most valuable growth periods of my life, particularly in my corporate career, was when I had maybe challenging people to work with or challenging bosses to work under. Heartbreakers can repeat over lifetimes or across lifetimes. This just means sometimes you'll feel you should have known or saw this coming, or the pain might feel deeper and harder. Sometimes we experience this type of learning by multiple events in multiple lifetimes, and each time it's slightly different. We may have trusted this person because they were the only one that could have provided this particular learning. This type of learning has the opportunity to tempt us to cover our hearts, not trust, shut down, not speak out, or not want to take risks. It takes courage to acknowledge the gift that was brought to us and access what the soul has learned. Remember, there's a reason that you had this interaction with this person, and the gift you can give to yourself is to discover it. Number 2, the eternals. Well, these are the people who come into your life and they stay in your life. They support you and become lasting friends or close family members that never really shy away. They may come in and out of your lives, and time doesn't seem to matter. They are there when you need them. Then they have your back when you need them, and the universe uses them to comfort you in many ways. They are the people who understand you and accept you as you truly are. They don't question or doubt you or what you do or what you don't do. They are just there through the good times, the bad times, through all times. Nothing can tear them away from you. You are always there for one another, no matter what the situation is. People like this are far and few, but they are there. In my world, eternal crosses lifetimes also. It is the soul connection that we recognize and the understanding that our journeys as souls skip traditional linear timelines. And eternal can be there during stages of our life or lifetimes, and perhaps you've lost any regular connections. You still know they're there. You still sense them and feel the connection, and you feel deeply that they'll just always be there. That's why they're called eternals. And the runners, these are the people who come into your life and you quickly change simply due to their interaction that you have with them. These changes may be positive, or they might sometimes be negative. That varies. But runners don't stick around for long. When they leave you feeling that they've taken a part of you with them. Learning to let go of these people is important, and sometimes it's very difficult. It can be painful, but it is a different kind of pain than the pain you feel when the heartbreaker comes around and chooses to leave. This is much cleaner. You've seen individuals attempt to hold on to these relationships or try to understand what made the person run, and the not knowing of why they ran is what leaves some feeling they have to know the answer. They get stuck in this lingering question of wanting to know. The unknowing, the searching for the answer that will never be provided becomes, well, there's no one answer as to why they ran. It's just the role that they're playing. I see these roles as triggering us to heal such things maybe as abandonment, or to create stronger senses of independence, or pushing us to individuate. Sometimes to show us just really how strong we are. And the reminders. These are the people who come into our lives to remind us of something. They sometimes stick around for a while, but usually they're only there for a moment. They give us a simple pointer or remind us of something that we've been forgetting. Could be something as simple as self-care, how strong we are, how intelligent or how beautiful we are as humans. Maybe it's to remind us that we need to play, or that we've just forgotten how to play. Maybe it's to help us recall a gift that we have, how we love art or music or leading people or public speaking or being with teams or caring for animals or just thousands of other things. They remind us that we already are. We already know. We just get to remember. They remind us. These kinds of people often go overlooked, forgotten, or no acknowledgement for the spark they reignite for us. And sometimes their flight is quick, that flash, and then they're gone. The next one is the teachers. These are the people who come to teach you something. They have a lesson ready for you, whether you realize it or not. They sometimes force you to accept yourself and to move forward, whether you want to or not. These kinds of people really make a huge difference in our lives. One could say that if we are curious and open enough, we could see that we are all teachers. In every situation has the opportunity to teach. Any exchange we have with another is the universe orchestrating that exchange of energy that we call knowledge and wisdom. These are the gifts that the universe gives us. We don't have experiences for nothing, just like we don't meet others for nothing, whether now or later, or the energy that is exchanged between this person and then that person then goes on to exchange with another person. We are constantly sharing and teaching. We are constantly exchanging, and that daisy chain of energy that gets passed from one person to another person to another person beyond that is how we keep the relationships expanding and moving. And with teachers, of course, there are learners, and these are the people who come into our lives to learn from us. See, we always are the teachers. You aren't always the one that has to learn something. Learning may be optional, but the purpose of the interaction is you are playing the role, and the role is you're the teacher. Sometimes we can be teachers, and during this time and through our actions, without realizing it, we teach. We teach something to someone that really shapes who they become. An example would be if you witness someone healing through an interaction with a heartbreaker, they may be having that experience to teach. And through your observation of their interaction with the heartbreaker, you are learning just through your experience of observation. We don't have to experience everything firsthand. We can learn through observing others. Pausing long enough in life to be curious, to ponder, to care about what another is experiencing. We make a much bigger difference than we ever thought possible or ever thought that we could. We're not simple humans in our experience. We're souls interacting and exchanging information, knowledge, so that all can evolve. And number 7, the empowerers. These are the people who really push you to do and be who you want to be. They come into your life at the perfect time and really empower you. They may see something in you that you don't even see in yourself. They help you feel as if you can accomplish anything. They push you and encourage you to soar, and you can because you feel like you have support and encouragement. You have someone that believes in you even before you might believe in yourself. Feeling like someone believes in you is an amazing thing to experience, and we all deserve that experience. Now, most know I've never liked labels, but I feel like we can have descriptions that describe the value of all our interactions. Of course, there are more energetic beings that come to mind, the leaders that show us the way, the risk takers that introduce us to new things that are beyond what our current reference point is, the warriors that fight for the right, the healers that help us navigate Earth, the speakers, the challengers, those that just cheer us on, the people that help you remember, the people that support you, the people that heal you or show you what needs to be healed. The people that spark curiosity and learning, or they create a spark for you to ignite something. The people that help you connect to land, to the animals, to sky, or others. The people that help you find your ceremonies, your sacred prayers, those things that build hope and trust within you, the people that you listen to, and the people that listen to you. And yes, the people that also tell you that it's time to just be quiet and rest. These people and situations come to us when we're ready. We don't necessarily have to ask why they've shown up, though sometimes we do ask for them in an unintentful way. They show us who we've been hiding and what we've been hiding from. They can fill our days or leave us with time and space for us just to figure out what to do next. We don't often know when they are coming. The universe likes to surprise us that way. We might think we know what this interaction is all about until we meet them again, or we meet someone else that gives us another lens to look through. Our interactions create opportunities for us to pause in what we know right now today, check it, and then carry on with something new. And when you find you seem to be meeting the same types of people, just a different day, ask. Ask the universe, what is this all about? What's this interaction? What am I learning, or what role might I be playing to help others learn or evolve? There have been a number of times in my life where I get a knowing about what a person might be doing or feeling. I'm having this aha moment, and I can see I've been here before, and I've interacted with this type of person before. And I even start to relax a little bit and rely on maybe how I interacted with them in the past. An example that you might relate to is if you've ever been with an angry person. And there's been times when I've been surprised because it's different. In some small way, it's a different experience, even when I thought it was going to be the same thing again and again. And though I may have been tempted to say, oh, this situation is just like that thing that I had 3 years ago, I really try to allow myself to be curious because I don't always know. And the universe does bring things to us for us to experience it differently. And the universe never puts someone before us that we aren't meant to meet, an experience you're not meant to have, or a role that you're not meant to play. And even when I say this, I ponder, I wonder if we have experiences and then we come back later and play that role for somebody else. Because even in worst moments or best moments, everything has a purpose and a meaning. The universe is incredibly magical in creating the situations, the events, the experiences experiences that we said we were going to experience when we were here. It gives us the opportunity to have the adventure, to learn, to grow, to expand, to evolve, and to help others. It gives us the opportunity to heal and reflect. And as human beings, that is the most magical gift we have, is we're master problem solvers. We can think, we can process, we can change what we think. And so when we have these interactions with people, sometimes we walk away and we're irritated or mad. And sometimes we walk away and we say, what was all that about? Those are the times where you can ask, what was that all about? What was the opportunity, the magic, the orchestration that was happening beyond what I can comprehend? Be curious in that moment. Understand that the gift that we have, and probably the greatest gift we have, is to have these interactions with people. As simple as they might be, a smile, a hello, a conversation that we didn't plan to have but spawns into something different, is an opportunity that the universe is giving us. And in modern day, we have more opportunities to reach more people via texting and Zoom and getting on an airplane and having an adventure or exploring a new community. All of these interactions make us who we are today and form us into who we are going to be tomorrow. I'm Laurie Wondra, and I am in gratitude that you are here. You are exactly where you're meant to be. You are here, and I'm in gratitude. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to Messages from the Universe. I'm Laurie Wondra. For current events or to schedule a private session, please visit www.yourlifecore.com.